It's early on a Monday morning and Xxtentacion just finished a long session of playing his favorite game, League of Legends, which might have lasted almost 2 days straight. He takes a break from playing to work on a new beat for a song, Chase/Glass Shards, working in his studio he had built in his house. Personally, he's nervous, anxious, but excited about the future. He's facing possible prison time for witness tampering on a case he's on trial for, and is scheduled to turn himself in tomorrow on the 19th. So he's been trying to distract himself from the pain of his past that still haunts him at times, no matter how much of a positive change he seems to make in his life. Feeling like he can make a good change in the world with his music as an influence, which is what he's excited about since his talents just netted him a $10 million deal for a third studio album. His mother checks up on him in the studio. He plays her some of the music he's working on, and she's mesmerized by her son's talents. One of the brighter spots in his life currently is his girlfriend Genesis is pregnant, which both of them are excited about the future to come. But due to the pregnancy, she wasn't feeling that well this morning, so he leaves her to rest. While he sits at the table, his mother joins him. She has been anxious for her son's troubles. Frustrated, he tells her he's thinking about running away. His mother jokingly tells him, "Where can you hide? With blue hair, face tats?" Frustrated, he says, "I don't understand why this is happening right now." She gives him some words of encouragement, and after a long pause, he tells her, "To whom much is given, much is required." Spontaneously, he gets the urge to treat himself to something new, so he decides to go into town and purchase a new motorbike. His mom is at first hesitant, thinking it's not a wise purchase at the time, but gets the motherly feeling that this might be a good distraction needed for him. So she says okay, she will call for security to join him, and X tells her no, that will take too long. So she instead contacts her youngest son Aiden's father, tells him X might need someone to drive his car back in case he purchases a motorbike and has to ride it back home. So he sends Leonard, who says he won't mind helping on the trip, and they agree to meet up at his bank. X gets dressed, hops in his black BMW, and heads down the road to his bank to draw out some cash for his purchase. He arrives, walks in, tells the teller he would like to withdraw $50,000. Now this seems like a large amount considering the most expensive bike was around $25,000, but not too long ago, he just posted a story on his Instagram that he's planning a charity event to give back to his community this coming weekend, so the extra money can go towards getting that started. So, while he's at the bank, on the other side of town, meet Chucky, who's a struggling tattoo artist by day and a criminal by night, looking to make a quick buck by any means. He's plotting with his friends Boatwright, Trey, and Big Rob, itching for a new lick for some quick cash. Chucky tells them the plan to get a rental and look for some people to rob. He even had someone local in mind. They all agree, but since none of them qualify for a rental, he sends his sister, they call Tony, to put it in her name. Chucky then tells Big Rob to pick it up since he has a license, and Boatwright tags along with him. Back in the parking lot of the bank, Leonard arrives and is dropped off, waiting on him to finish up inside. X finally receives his cash, places it inside his Louis Vuitton bag, then exits where he is greeted by Leonard. X FaceTimes his mom, who says she's going with his pregnant girlfriend to the doctors to make sure she is okay. X says cool, then heads to Riva Motorsports to look at some new bikes. Now, back to the other side of town, Big Rob arrives with the rental to Chucky's house, who also just finished doing a tattoo. They all have their masks and guns ready to load into the car when Chucky remembers he doesn't have a mask. Since he rode dirt bikes occasionally himself, he knew of a place nearby that sells them. So they all hop into the car with Chucky driving, headed to Riva Motorsports to get his new mask. X arrives and is introduced to one of the salespeople who shows him their inventory. Meanwhile, in the parking lot, Chucky and his crew arrive. Chucky and Big Rob head into the store. As soon as they enter, he sees the rapper, XXX, and they both glance at each other as they pass by. X continues his tour of the bikes, while Chucky and Big Rob quickly buys the mask they came for. And they both head back into the car, and Chucky immediately tells his crew he just seen the rapper XXX in the store, but no one in their car believes him. So they circle the parking lot to confirm X's car, which they confirmed was posted on Instagram, and they find it, the black BMW i8 parked in the parking spot. He tells his friends he's pretty sure that's the rapper's car, and he then asks them, what y'all wanna do? Tells them he has on jewelry and a bag on him that might have some more valuables, and he suggests they should rob him. Big Rob immediately says that's a bad idea since they both run the store and will be on camera. And Chucky looks at everyone and asks, are y'all scared? Boatwright grabs his gun and says he's down to rob him, and Trey agrees and says let's get him. To his knowledge, he pulls out the parking lot to avoid being caught on camera and parks across the street facing the only exit for the store. Boatwright and Trey put on their black hoodies and masks, waiting for X to leave so they can ambush him. Back in the store, X didn't like any of the bikes inside enough to buy, so he decides to leave, and on his way out, a couple of fans pass by that he says hello to. Him and Leonard then get into his car. He's slowly driving through the parking lot, heading towards the exit. As he approaches, he turns on his right blinker, and before he could react, an SUV pulls out in front, blocking him in. Two men with masks hop out with guns pointed directly at him, yelling for him to give up everything. Shocked, X is asking what's going on. Next thing you know, Leonard quickly hops out of the vehicle to run to the front of the store with his cell phone to call the cops. Another person at the entrance who is witnessing the robbery tells him they are already on the phone with the 911. Back in the car, Trey and Boatwright tries to yank X's bag and chain off of his neck, but wasn't able to. X is pushing him away, still asking what's this for, what's going on. Trey then runs to the passenger side of the car, trying to yank the bag out of his hand. Boatwright gets closer, telling him to let go of the bag. X still holding onto the bag with one hand while also pushing Boatwright away, which is when he steps back with the rifle. And as the tussling continues, in a split second, 3 shots are fired. Trey grabs the bag and both gunmen jump back in the truck and speed off. At about 5:30 p.m., June 18th, 2018, rapper Xxtentacion is pronounced dead at the young age of 20 years old. When his mother gets the news, she was so devastated, she felt paralyzed, as if not even in her own body, understanding she will never see her firstborn again. His pregnant girlfriend, feeling like her whole world and future together has just shattered, not knowing how to pick up the pieces. And every hip-hop fan is shocked, with millions of X's fans mourning the person that they sought the most for inspiration, feeling the voice of their generation who represented that with hard work, you could truly become a better person and achieve your dreams, was taken from them far too early. Each person in the robbery was eventually caught, found guilty, and sentenced to life in prison with the help of evidence and star witness, Big Rob, who flipped on the other 3 for a lighter sentencing of 7 years.
Hey, my man, I just came to do my time. I ain't waiting on it.
I said, I'm telling you what, I like you, and I want you. All we can do is the easy way or the hard way.
God, and I'm on hard. God.
No matter if you were a fan of Xxtentacion or not, one thing we could take from his time on this earth is that no matter where you come from or what you've been through, bad things you might have done in the past, it's never too late to better ourselves and change for the good, as X was doing. And as they say, long live Jase.
Yeah.